Yep, that's them. Even though they're not as religious as some of the other groups. Actually, yes, they are, but you know what I mean. Sorry, just opening something in the background here. Anything in the Imperial Guard is basically insane, so... Have you seen the new battle suits, how they are formed? Like they are standing on one leg on the side and everything? Not sure I like that. I mean, understand that they're supposed to be looking more swift and, you know, maneuverable, but...
Hey.
Really
Hi Bob,
no
hi everybody. Yes, it's me, Jim Johnson, and my good friend and Blood Bowl legend, Bob Bifford, who'll be bringing you today's game.
Are we talking Baneblade Forge World rules or Baneblade
I hope so. There's such
Codex
a difference
rules?
between the level of the two teams. You've got to be slightly worried.
Because obviously they're a bit more hardcore in the Forge World rules. That's right. That's right. Don't even care. Do 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 do.
The other day, someone told me that the equivalent of 60 Blood Bowl pitchers are cut down in the Elven Forest every minute.
Totally crazy. The environmental impact of the sport is obviously an issue these days.
That's it. The ball's in play. There's gonna be trouble.
Is this still open?
He checked that move.
Made him look stupid, you mean?
Fortunately for that player, medicine has come on leaps and bounds since your days, Bob.
I hope so, Jim. Yes, I hope so.
I don't even want to play now.
Free for all, one out.
First, I meet the ball throwing, ball passing, ball giving away dwarves.
In the face.
Now I'm
and then
beating the
followed by a
bashy
clean
elves.
uppercut. Well done.
This player is going to have a little nap.
And the wake-up will not be too early after this one.
Yep, because I deserve that.
Corruption is so widespread that
Shame
the
on
Referees
me.
Guild
For
has
what?
set out rules concerning where, when, and how one can accept a bribe.
Under an agreement signed last
Oh,
season, the
why did I
clubs
put him
are
here?
not allowed to offer less than the going rate. And don't forget, children, don't try and do this at home. Remember, These are seasoned
Where's my-
professionals.
Well, one of them is
What's
anyway.
going on with that? Yeah, like I said, I need to restart my computer. And since it will probably be time for Call of Cthulhu after this game anyway, it's getting darker, and yeah, I can just pull down the window covers, whatever it's called. Drapes, grapes, drapes, grapes. Grapes in front of the windows.
What violence!
Yes, it's a great spectacle, Bob.
So, knockout, knockout, stun, stun. No, actually, casualty, knockout, stun, stun.
Finally, there's one that lets his biceps do the talking.
Yeah, but from his opponent's point of view, it was a short conversation.
Apparently, they tried to catch the ball
See?
and stand on it at the same time.
And failed at both.
It's like these are the dwarves that I've been looking for.
Wizards have not always been able to cast spells safely from behind the sidelines.
There we go.
Were you playing at the time in an Albion
Sorry, I'm just
league,
checking
a
if
second
anything
division
is
that
like
prohibited
downloading in the background.
spellcasting from off the pitch?
Oh, yes. They were great times. I remember fans traveling to games just to see how well Wizards stood up to the mad charge of a raving Blood Bowl star. The noise created by a sizzling fireball, followed by the characteristic sound of the snapping of a wizard's neck. Ouch! Have a nice sleep.
Little baby gets his medicine and he's having a little nap. Did you know that vampire teams have experimented with using vials and flasks to satisfy the need for blood on the pitch? But it has always ended in failure, as there is always a block or tackle that sends the container crashing to the ground.
That's right, Jim. I remember back in 2481, when the Gregan Counts faced off against the Dark Forest Iron Hoover. The match was abandoned when the Minotaurs and the Vampires spent the entire second half trying to drink the blood
This
that
is a
was
touchdown
spilled
for
over
you,
the
which is
pitch.
bad.
Oh, I remember that match well, Bob.
That's why they started to field thralls instead. Living containers.
Can make it somewhat harder for him, as long as you don't fall over. What? No, not with my playing.
Well, that's one with a good reason to go see the apothecary.
Yep, looks like he's gonna need a good one. Funny how a rabbit punch sounds so inoffensive, and yet is so effective.
If he's lucky, it's just a knockout.
Doping is really endemic in this sport.
Isn't it written into the game
Oh,
rules?
GG.
That pass was well off the mark.
Somebody should
You should
check
fire
out which
that
changing
player.
room he came out of.
+1 strength. +1 strength of all the things. Oh no, oh. Yes. That wasn't what I wanted to do at all.
Some wood elves have recently put in an official request that the long pass be declared an art form.
Well, it's an art form they definitely master. It's a catch! Now this player just needs to survive!
And don't forget, children, don't try and do this at home. Remember, these are seasoned professionals.
Well, one of them is anyway. Yep, upside down. That's one way to look at things.
Yep. It's this one, I think. The green little guy jumping, well, the arrow jumping over a guy, I think. Alright, was this with no rerolls? Right.
In the early days, the war dancers were considered more like cheerleaders than real players.
The match between the Athlone Avengers and Auckland
No,
Raiders changed all that. The Orcs, who were tired of the rituals, rushed at the Elven war dancers, who, without batting an eyelid, kept on dancing, but still managed to send 7 Raider players to hospital.
And
Why did they ask that question like that? It should be, do you want to continue with the action that you picked? Yes. That's just such a stupid way of doing it.
I hope they've got a decent set of spare limbs to patch him up.
They'll be needing more than limbs, Bob. More than limbs.
That reminds me of when I took Griff to bits in the '91 final against Reichland.
Oh, yeah. You kneecapped him. He sent him down for a chat with the Astrogranite.
Wow, I didn't see that one coming.
Man, nor did the player, or he would have ducked. It seems this player does all the talking with the fists.
And they clearly know how to get heard.
Fuck me and my ones.
Someone has just passed me some surprising news. Jordell Freshbreeze has just been intercepted by a dwarf.
That was a lot of ones.
What? Oh, sorry. I got the 2 lines mixed up.
That did sound a little unbelievable. I think he's singing him a lullaby. You have to be counted to 10 to be officially knocked out.
In his case, I think that they could count to 5,000, and it wouldn't change a thing.
That's my one thrall. I have one thrall on the field. My luck doesn't work on teams that needs to avoid rolling ones. Because I roll a lot of ones.
This player was really strong. Do you think they have some troll blood in them?
Plus,
Could
they are
be.
getting killed.
Or
for
maybe
some
his
reason.
opponent shouldn't speak that way about the family. He's recovered the ball.
Disappointing. They aim the ball in one direction, but look in completely the opposite direction. Do you remember Eldville Sideway?
Oh, of course. He's the only elf freelance who offers his service to every elven race. Oh, he's a strange one.
Rumor has it that he's mutated.
Stranger still. Oh, brilliant sidekick to the face. Let's see that again in slow motion. The player has got the ball, and now he's the main target.
Let's try it. Wow. Made it better for you. Oh, no, never mind. Thought one of my vampires were missing, but they're all four here. So maybe 3 is the magic vampire number, maybe not 4. Then again, this is just insane. Why does this happen with my vampires all the time?
Jim, I have a question for you. Which team was crowned the worst team ever in the Spike magazine?
The Streisand Vampires.
That's right, Jim, and they all got staked by their fans.
That's all true, Bob, but they re-emerged last year with a new vampire lord, Bracul von Streisand, and they were quickly voted rookie team to watch.
Incoming!
Well, it is a violent sport. There's no way he's gonna score a touchdown, laid out on the pitch like that.
In a game as physical as this, the player is really in the right place.
Exactly, it's really ugly. Clean take up there, nothing to say.
And I don't have any remark to add, my friend.
Malle vampire. Wait, was it Mance that made the touchdown? Is Mance a vampire? No, you're not. Ha! Can't fool me.
vampire teams do suck.
Blood, of course. Hey, Bob.
Yeah, Jim, we can agree that they are not the greatest teams out there.
Well, Bob, they do have a huge disadvantage. I mean, all that blood-sucking and all.
Yeah.
And they're off!
So, are you still in the field? Nope. You're over here somewhere. You are badly hurt together with Glurp.
Ouch! Oh, he's knocked them senseless.
You're assuming, then, that he had something between his
It's
ears
just
to begin with.
He
insane.
didn't react fast enough there.
No.
Just
to be
give them
effective,
armor
you've got
value
to get
8.
your
That's all I
retaliation
ask.
in first.
Just change that stat to 8. One little thing I want to change with this team. And of course remove Bloodlust, but then they wouldn't have needed the armor.
Did you hear about
Good
the Evil
thing.
Gits? The team that is made up of the mix of evil players?
Their fans won the Most Evil Supporters of the Year award. Fully merited from what I've seen.
Oh, you're noticing something, peeps? It's getting darker. It's so much darker now. It's time for Call of Cthulhu soon. I should drink more coffee.
He's got the ball!
He can't pass the ball.
As you say, good job.
Why is that the strength player?
Now, there's one that won't be coming back in a hurry.
Doesn't look like he'll be getting back on his feet too soon.
He should be up before next week's match.
No.
Somebody had better stuff some smelling salts under his nose.
But that won't do any good. He'll need extract of Nurgle to put him back on his feet.
Extract of Nurgle.
Do you remember Eldril
Oh,
Sidewinder?
of course. He's the only elf freelance who offers his service to every elven race. Oh, he's a strange one.
Rumor has it that he's mutated.
Stranger still.
Risky business.
What? Right on the schmuzzle.
He'll have a bit of trouble blowing his nose from now on.
I managed to do those dodges, but I can't roll for freaking Bloodlust.
Blood Bowl annals are littered with the stories of teams who've gone bust with crippling debts.
And with the cost of doping and bribery on the rise, the problem won't be going away.
Let me just kill one of his players. Just one. And not kill, I just need a casualty. Really. That's all I want. One casualty roll.
The player gets hold of the ball.
The ball flies through
touchdown.
the air.
Right on target.
The opposition couldn't force its advantage, and now that touchdown brings the score level.
1-1. Do it with cheerleaders. Why don't we? I guess we never play cheerleaders. Play Wood Elves that often. Kinda surprised they're not more war dancey looking, but.
I've heard of teams that have simply disappeared after being abandoned by their supporters.
Let's say that some teams who haven't won a match for several years have been tied up by their fans and thrown into rubbish containers.
It's the only way to end a downward spiral. The ball goes skywards and the match is on.
But I wanna. Him! Come on! Seriously. Oh, it wasn't me. But.
Just look at the fans.
Okay.
They're red hot. A majority of supporters reckon that the league should take measures to prevent the small minority of peaceful fans from watching a match from the terraces.
They've got a point. If they don't want to join in the fun, they might as well stay home and watch it on Cablevision.
Hold still and then pow! Right in the face. This player needs some time to get his senses back.
What a coward!
Get up, loser! Wow! I can tell you straight,
Oh,
that
that's a straight one.
hurts.
Alright, it's actually right. We don't need to care about that, do we? Just need to make sure that he won't get the ball this turn. Next turn. Wait, it's his 8th? Da 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 da. Can we just
Looks like
get
there was
one
some
kill,
bad blood
please?
between those two, eh, Bob?
Yeah, Jim. Something to do with swapped body parts. In the early days, the war dancers were considered more like cheerleaders than real players.
The match between the Athlone Avengers and Auckland Raiders changed all that. The Orcs, who were tired of the rituals, rushed at the Elven war dancers, who without batting an eyelid kept on dancing, but still managed to send 7 Raider players to hospital.
And since then, every
Could've gone
team
for it.
wants one.
Could have moved the vampire up and everything. But I just feel like I want to cripple his team more for the next 8 turns, but that's not happening, apparently. Just like want to get 1 casualty or 1 knockout or something. And then, you know, hope for him not to roll him back, obviously. Yep. What, now I can't do a touchdown if that's what you mean, but if you mean the damage, yeah. Just hoping for the best.
The Referees Guild has decided to hire a bodyguard for each game.
Another brilliant idea. And just how effective will one bodyguard be against a stadium full of supporters?
True, could be a bit one-sided.
What?
A mouthful of knuckle.
Well, the reason
and
I have to
then
do it is
a
to be able
mouthful
to
of
win.
dirt.
Yeah, he
It's not
went
because I
down
want to
face
kill you.
first.
Guess we could have done that.
Somebody had better stuff some smelling salts under his nose.
But that won't do any good. He'll need extract
Oh, he wasn't.
of
Oh,
Nurgle
that's
to put
the
him
blitz I
back
should
on
have
his
done.
feet.
I guess we can do a pass with him instead.
That right hook was worthy of a black orc.
You're telling me it'll take a while to get over it.
Ouch! That punch knocked his teeth down his throat.
Yes, Jim, that's never a nice sight. The other day, someone told me that the equivalent of 60 Blood Bowl pitchers are cut down in the Elven Forest every minute.
Totally crazy. The environmental impact of the sport is obviously an issue these days. They can start to move forward.
He's winding back his arm.
Bang!
On
Good.
target.
Some points at least.
First half belonged to the players, but the interval will give the supporters a chance to shine.
Well, some didn't even wait for the whistle.
Alright, so I'm one. I have one less
The
player,
match
right?
will
1,
be
2,
back
3, 4,
underway
5,
in a
6,
couple of
7,
seconds.
8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4. 10, yep. Holy moly. I need to get some candles in here too for the Call of Cthulhu gaming. It will be so freaking awesome. I hope the game is good. Receiving again.
Someone has just passed me some surprising news. Jordell Fresh Breeze has just been intercepted by a dwarf. What? Oh, sorry. I got the two lines mixed up.
That did sound a little unbelievable.
The players are ready.
Okay. Yay.
That player's seeing stars now.
Funny for someone that wasn't really that bright. You can't say much about that.
Could have
Full-blooded but
followed there,
perfectly
actually.
legal.
Blood Bowl is reputedly the toughest of all sports.
So they say. But it really only comes down to taking a few hits. Poetry in motion.
What we'd like to see...
More often. Without his armor, that player could have been hurt.
But it hurts. I can hear the screams.
Alright, right. Few there. Yeah, actually. Let's not fail this. Good.
Do you think he'll be able to get up after that blow, Jim?
Oh, yes. He's not the sort to stay down.
That's the sort of technical error that can cost you the game.
Oh, you guys.
Time for some high-quality Blood Bowl gameplay.
If you call fondling thralls and neck-biting as high-quality gameplay, then yes. But not all of us are into that sort of thing, Jim.
Oh, really, Bob?
Don't
As
you
if
want summer,
propelling
guys?
snotlings downfield is any
Because I
different.
do.
Yeah, Jim. Sure is different to me. More blood on the pitch
Be
to
out
start
all
with.
night
That's right, Bob.
and not freezing your ass off at the same time. Ah, man. So I just love being out at night when it's like comfortably warm. Yes, this is comfortable. Sorry. You did not miss much. Oh god. And death. Oh.
Nice left punch.
Didn't
right
happen.
on the nose.
Nice.
Sure was, Jim. It's broken now. Every now and again, Blood Bowl throws up a real mixed bag of a team.
Like the motley horde that's made up of a bunch of misfits.
Yeah, can't be easy to coach those cast-offs every day of the week.
Shkablam, 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 shkablam.
That face job is a lot cheaper than a plastic surgeon.
I don't know if he planned it, but it won't do him any harm in the looks department.
Ew.
I doubt he'll be taking any
Stop.
further part in the match after that blow.
No, we've still got 2 legs.
Let's say that he's a better fighter than ball player.
Scary. Today's insight comes from Jaime Schnibel, coach
You
and
suck.
owner of the Goblin Lowdown Rats team. In yesterday's Spike magazine, he said that Blood Bowl was like war.
I
No
don't actually
winners,
drink,
just
so
survivors.
Ooh, that's
haven't had a
deep.
beer
Might
since
keep
ever.
his team's position in the rankings.
I don't even like beer though, so all good. I hope you enjoy it though. Stand up.
That's what happens when a pro crosses an amateur.
Yes, splodge.
If he fails,
Good hand skills. The ball is gone.
finally.
Look over there. Some cute little elf beauties are selling big moot sandwiches in the stands.
Hey, I'm off to get one. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
And so now you like big moot sandwiches?
That is bad.
No way. A little elf beauty.
That was
Yeah.
good.
I don't know if he really liked that uppercut.
He may not have liked it, but he certainly ate it.
Should have started with dodge on him. Poor players. Because I just realized that even though his block is more aggressive, tackle might... dodge is probably better for vampires than start, since you want to try and move them around a lot. But well, I guess it also depends on what team you're facing.
Boom! In the face, and then followed by a clean uppercut. Well done!
Some wood elves have recently put in an official request that the long pass be declared an art form.
Well, it's an art form they definitely master.
Good recovery. It's not looking good for the defense.
I'm enjoying this. I must always say that I'm enjoying this.
And don't forget, children, don't try and do this at home. Remember, these are seasoned professionals.
Well, one of them is anyway.
If you get bloodlust now, if you get bloodlust now,
Ah, the vampires! A team with class.
Not that you're biased, being a vampire and all.
Not at all.
seeing as the game is going overall, yeah, that was satisfying. They are real tasty. So I'm missing 4 players. So I only have 3 thralls on 4 vampires. Awesome. It's really bad, but what can you do? No, it doesn't anymore, Kara. Last time I tried, it removed my player before the touchdown. So I think they've updated that.
We don't see much
Because
of
otherwise I
the
wouldn't be
heroes of
worried,
war
but last
today.
time I actually did
know.
the same
For
thing.
any
I
spectators
got
who aren't aware, the
thrown
heroes
out
of
and dropped the
war
ball
hope to
just
show
on
the world a
the touchdown.
better way by honest, strategic play on the pitch.
It's probably a good thing we don't see
And I
them.
think that's how
Go
it's
out and
supposed to
play.
be. I'm not sure though. Well, maybe not. But I guess they thought it was more balanced, because vampires are so good. Or it was a bug, who knows. but it happened. And it wasn't satisfying.
That right hook was worthy of a black orc.
You're telling me it'll take a while to get over it.
Stun.
Ouch! Right in the face. The other guy couldn't dodge that one.
Oh, you actually got a reroll. Right, I actually missed out on that. Actually. I like repeating myself, okay?
Someone has just passed me some surprising news. Jordell Freshbreeze has just been intercepted by a dwarf. What? Oh, sorry. I got the two lines mixed up.
That did sound a little unbelievable.
Oh, he put it right into his hands.
Ah, that deserves a sending off.
Please. Thank you.
That's one regulation clobbering.
There was a time when the colleges of magic hadn't yet ruled on limiting wizard assistance to teams.
Who could forget the infamous 2472 Quagmire incident, when rampant spellcasting caused the entire Bright Crusaders Stadium to sink into the earth?
Nobody could forget that. People were blinded from on the stadium.
One go for it. You can do that. Right. Thank goodness. I'm still a bit nervous. Tiny bit. I mean, it's still a draw if you manage to do it, but I obviously want to win. Oh, I missed. Oh, sorry. I missed to say bye to Manch there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's too late. But, it happens.
Did you
Sometimes
know
one
that
do miss
vampire teams have
messages in the chat.
experimented with using vials and flasks
I'm
to
sorry about that.
satisfy the need for blood on the pitch? But it has always ended in failure, as there is always a block or tackle that sends the container crashing to the ground.
That's right, Jim. I remember back in 2481 when the
Well, she
Graven
is the
Counts
only
faced up
one
against
using
the
it.
Dark Forest Iron Hoover. The match was abandoned when the Minotaurs and the
Pretty much.
vampires spent the entire second half trying to drink the blood that was spilt over the pitch.
This is kind of
I
disappointing.
remember that match well, Bob.
That's why they started to field thralls instead. Living containers.
Finally, there's
Really?
one that lets his biceps do the talking.
Yeah, but from his opponent's point of view, it was a short conversation.
Oh, it's the strength player too. God damn it. Of course it is the strength player. Why wouldn't it be?
A recent medical report stated that cerebral hemorrhages were less frequent in Blood Bowl players. Amazing when you come to think of it.
Not really, when you consider that brains are also
Wow, I
less
need so much luck now. I mean, I guess I could stand up first. Do that with him. He had block though. No, obviously I can't do it with him because I don't get the assist. Good job, me. Good job. Wow, that was great. Now if I get bloodlust, I'm fucked.
Haha! Stunned!
What an idiot! Ah! The vampires! At last! A team with class!
Not that you're biased, being a vampire and all.
Not at all!
Here we go.
That face job is a lot cheaper than a plastic surgeon.
I don't know if he planned it, but it won't do him any harm in the looks department.
Didn't actually one get... Oh, maybe not. Oh, that was last game. Right.
As soon as he throws his first punch,
We know the opponent will be
Thank
out
goodness
for
this is the
lunch.
last
Looks
turn.
like he could do with a blood transfusion.
they'll have to cauterize it first.
I mean... Armor 7 sucks. Sucks.
Hey, didn't he get to take off his mittens or something?
It was the loner. Oh.
The tension was palpable.
Yes, Bob, a close victory. And I think you can take your hand out of your pocket now.